Hello, everyone, and welcome to Clerks Minute, the show where we break down the 1994 Kevin Smith classic, One Pestering Girlfriend Trying to Get You Back to School minute at a time. I'm Blake.
I'm Kyle.
And we are breaking down minute number 15 of Clerks, and I couldn't resist that one.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what half this minute is Veronica pestering Dante and going back to school. But before we get into that, we're still on the Dante and Veronica talking about who they've had sex with conversation. And she's actually really annoyed with him by the fact that his number is so high, which I don't really blame her. But I love the fact that she said some names on here that I looked it up to see if these are actual people. Yeah. And the first name that she says is that she slept with was John Franson. And I looked it up, and ironically, he's a retailer in Wisconsin.
So she drove all the way to Wisconsin.
There's one in Wisconsin and one in Virginia. The two people.
Okay, just to make sure she got the same guy. She drove to Wisconsin and Virginia to sleep with both.
Apparently. But it's only one person because it's the same name. I don't know if that even... and I love the fact that I looked it up on Facebook, and there is one person that he's listening to Mix 105 in Utah. Apparently, what the hell?
Man, Veronica's been busy.
I know, seriously. So, and the other name she mentioned was Rob Stensliak. Not a real name. I love Google asking me if I meant Rob Stanley. No, it's not what I meant. All it did really was show me Clerk scripts. And fan fiction, which was weird. I don't know. Clerks Chapter 3. Okay, this is for real. I looked this up. And this is from fanfiction.net. I'm not clicking on it because I don't want to deal with that. But it's from 2013. And the actual title of this is Lord Tourette and a Raccoon.
Coming this fall to Disney XD.
That is what it says. And, it's Clerks Chapter 3, fanfiction.net.
Apparently, Rob Stensliak is a ensemble dark horse here.
So, I don't know what to say here. It's just like...
You don't direct, Rob. You just get him out of the way. You just get out of his way.
Oh, my God. I have to... By the way, for those of them listening, I have to actually go back from Veronica to this Veronica, because I was just watching Riverdale. So I have to go back to this.
Is there really a difference?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a huge difference between Veronica and Riverdale and Veronica in this movie. I oddly prefer this movie. Not just because she's going to be, not just because Marilyn's going to be on the show this week, but because, well, I would deal with her over the insanity of Riverdale. As much as I love the show, it's insane.
Oddly enough, I think it shares a border with Twin Peaks.
No, this actually makes sense. Riverdale actually makes sense, which it's just a lot going on.
But it lacks the awesomeness of Kyle MacLachlan.
At the point, Kyle MacLachlan was dating the Shield, though.
Oh, yeah.
And did a phenomenal job as the quasi-villain in one season.
Actually,
I'd say quasi-villain.
Actually, I have the 3DS game where they adapted both Avengers movies. They have a pack of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. characters.
Yes.
His character is one of the ones you can unlock.
Really? That's really cool. Because interesting, it's like he was a quasi-villain, which I can't really say he was a full villain because he had a story arc.
He's an anti-villain.
Not even that. It's the thing was he was tied in with one of our main characters, so it made perfect sense why he was doing what he was doing. I don't want to spoil people that don't know the show, but it's like it makes perfect sense what he was doing. It's one of those things.
So yeah,
it's on Netflix. People go watch it.
So yeah, getting him in the Avengers game is pretty much the closest thing we'll ever get to Lego Agent Cooper.
Very, very true. See, I never actually played the Avengers game, so I don't even know. I'm not a gamer. You're the gamer here. I'm not a gamer.
Well, no, this is the Lego game. So.
Okay, I'm not a gamer at all, so I don't actually follow that kind of stuff whatsoever.
Although they managed to amusingly turn Bruce hulking out in the helicarrier to basically a Three Stooges sort of thing.
I can see that working.
Yeah, it's just over. First he hits his head, then he gets then a toolbox falls on his hand, and it's sort of like all this stuff. And then what the capper that finally sends him over is he steps on a rake.
What?
I was gonna say. Apparently, he's a distant relative of Sideshow Bob.
Oh my god! How far are we away from like a Lego Avengers like movie?
I don't know.
Do you think do you think that would work?
Batman
works so well.
I think it would if they got all the actors from the movies to do their voices.
That's an interesting concept.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, and of course, the first thing that kicks this thing off, Bruce falling and accidentally hitting his nads on a railing.
What the fuck is this? Like, what the fuck?
And even better, it's just the...
Seriously? What the fuck?
I will show you the YouTube video after we're
That's
done
fucking hysterical. I've never heard about that. That's pretty fucking funny.
And also, believe it or not, Lou Ferrigno is an unlockable character in the game.
Why not?
Why not? Well, first, in his normal mode, he's actually in his security guard outfit from his cameos in Hulk and the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
And he actually hulks out. And his hulking out, at least in the 3DS version, he sprays himself with green spray paint as a nod to how they did the makeup for the series.
That's funny. That's pretty fucking funny. So anyway, back to the movie. we do this all the time. We sidetrack. For those who are new, we do this all the time. We back to this, and the reason I made my joke at the beginning is because after she talked about the two guys she slept with besides Dante, she goes on this whole thing. I hate a pig because double digits. And I'm sorry, I have friends that are that high that it's pretty piggish. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny, and it didn't come up with Mike last week, so I'll bring it up here because we didn't really go into details of this. It is funny how hypocritical it is.
Yeah.
That a guy sleeps with 12 women, and he's like a hero, but if a girl does that, she's a whore. It's a hypocritical statement when you think about it. When really it's the exact same thing. It really is the exact same thing. Which is why I had a friend who I always joke with, a man whore. Yeah. Because I'm not going to say his name here in case he's listening. Yeah. He knows who he is.
He whore and the Masters of the Universe.
It's just hysterical how hypocritical that truly is when I think about it right now.
Oh, God.
What?
No, I don't think I was just...
Hey, Dad.
I completely forgot what I was going to say.
It's okay. It's okay. So we go back over here.
Oh wait, now I remember.
Yeah, go.
So let's see, in the double digits, does that mean he's willing to give it away now?
Well done. Anyway, so I did love the joke where he goes and says, "You men make me sick. You'll sleep with anything that says yes.
Animal, vegetable, or mineral."
Vegetable meaning paraplegic. That's the way this goes.
I was gonna say, they put up the least amount of struggle.
What the fuck? That is such a dirty, fucking ridiculous thing to say.
And kind of creeps me out a bit with Dante because it implies that he's probably done this.
What the fuck?
Because did we just take?
I really hope he's just joking. I really do.
Otherwise, we've just taken a trip into David Lynch territory.
Oh my god, it's a weird one because you're talking about fucking.
Although apparently, if we go by Twin Peaks, David Lynch territory has damn fine coffee and damn good cherry pie. And you get to hang out with Kyle MacLachlan. That's awesome.
There you go. A valid point. So she tells him that he owes her big. And he's like, okay, name it. Want her to come with her on Monday to school. And here we go. Here we go.
Bring her boyfriend to class day.
This is Dante. He works at the Quick. We want him to come to school here, so be nice to him.
Yeah. Just say, we're going to put him into an example of the "don't let this happen to you" crowd.
This is what happens when you're on drugs.
Well, no, if you're on drugs, then Rachel Lee Cook makes a very nice little PSA about it.
Valid point. This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of people our age now imagining eggs cracking.
Yeah, I'm imagining Rachel Lee Cook in a tank top.
Oh, there you go. But I'm sorry, whenever you say those two sentences, I know a lot of people our age are like, "Oh, eggs cracking."
Or they did a nice little parody of that in Freddy's Dead.
Yeah.
They had a stoner character. Once he falls asleep, he turns on the TV, and the first thing he sees is Johnny Depp doing a PSA like that, where he's cracking eggs into a pan, going, "This is your brain of drugs. Any questions?" And then Freddy steps in. "Yeah, what's he on? Looks like a frying pan and some eggs to me."
So speaking of drugs, they're having a conversation about school and how he doesn't want to go back to school. She wants him to go back to school, and then they stand up because she gets annoyed because she has to go to class in 45 minutes. That's fine. Her foot's probably falling asleep. It's funny because I'm seeing them sitting like this.
Yeah.
I was at work the other day, and you'll love this one as a fellow housekeeper. You'll love this one.
Oh, good God.
I go in the lobby because we had a walkthrough the other day. And we had a big walkthrough, and they were told me to go in the lobby and just check a few things out. And my boss points out that someone on overnights, right behind the security desk by the check-in of our ER, put these two massive, and I mean massive pieces of really sticky duct tape on the floor to cover up cords. Not supposed to be there. Not how it's supposed to be. Someone in security was like, why didn't you just put a mat down? That would have made a lot more sense.
But then we wouldn't have the pleasure of cleaning it up.
Yes. 95 minutes later, with a bottle of glass cleaner and a scraper. Me.
Yes.
So, after sitting on the floor for 95 minutes, I went to stand up to get a garbage can to clean this mess up, all the scrapes up, my foot's asleep. I had to walk across the yard and come back.
They make it look so easy in there.
I know, seriously. They've been sitting for a while. This has been going on for a while.
What is the back of the counter a TARDIS?
I mean, come on, they've been sitting for ages because he did her nails, which it takes a while because it takes a while to do nails. So,
oh my God,
it's hysterical. It's hysterical.
The only thing I could say that kind of compares to that is the time at H.H. Gregg were to put. I spent about an hour and a half trying to wrangle a 65-inch TV onto a stand.
Ouch! That does sound like a pain in the ass.
It was also a flat screen, so it wasn't as bulky. It was.
But fact of the matter.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, fact of the matter. So they get up, and we meet
Willem Black.
Willem Black, who I looked up, by the way, and Willem K. Black had the Wikipedia page, and he is an American lawyer out of Michigan.
He doesn't want people to know about his role in this movie.
William Kurt Black is an American. This is actually off Wikipedia. Is an American lawyer, academic, author, and former bank regulator.
This guy is
not this guy. The guy on my screen here.
I know.
Wait, it's better. There's more.
But wait, there's more.
Black's expertise is in white collar crime.
So we have a
Public
guy
finance, regulation, and other topics in law and economics. He's age 66. Went to the University of California, Irvine, Michigan, and Michigan Law School.
I'm trying to picture Willem here.
In our world, Willem Black is a very, very stoned Scott Mosier.
Who apparently hides a genius-level IQ.
Well, if we're talking about the actual Scott Mosier, he is an absolute fucking genius. Yeah. But in this world,
Willem,
in our context, I think this is officially the second time in our world right now where we've seen Mosier in a completely different character. And I'm just gonna rewind back a second because it's pretty funny. Because when they stand up, he's literally staring at the ceiling, and I don't know what he's doing.
Wow, there's a lot of pencils stuck up there.
We come back from the conversation, and the two of them are talking. I'm just scrubbing to the point here. I missed it, but he literally is staring up at the ceiling like, ooh. Like, wow.
Now that's a weird stain.
Just staring at him like, what the fuck is up there? Like, what are they doing?
How did they get coffee up there?
You know? So, I asked that question a lot when I worked at the airport. And you walk around our ramp area and you look up like,
how did they get that up there?
Why is that up there? Like, you walk around our bag room. This is hysterical. It's a long time now, so I can tell these stories. We walk around our bag room, and if you didn't know some things about how we did things in the bag room, you walk around and you see a football hanging up in the rafters. And like,
why? So those readers go, how did that get up there?